Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Gnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, how many devotees know about who Raghunath Das Goswami was, is, will always be? Who is Raghunath Das Goswami in Goloka? Anybody knows? Hmm? Yes, no, all right. No. Okay. So Raghunath, okay, who was Rupa Goswami? Who was Rupa Goswami in Krishna Leela?
Rupa Manjari, Prabhu.
Rupa Manjari. Who is Rupa Manjari? What is her role? What does she do? Or, okay, whom does she serve? So we should know these things. Yeah, as part of being, yeah, Rohini Mataji.
I think Lalita Sakhi, one of them.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
She serves Krishna through Lalita Sakhi or
Yeah,
Visakha Sakhi.
Lalita Sakhi. Yeah, Lalita Sakhi mainly. Of course, I mean they serve all the Sakhis, but yeah, mainly she's like right hand of Lalita Sakhi. So the Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari, the name actually signifies that she embodies the Rupa of Srimati Radharani. Meaning Radharani is so beautiful and that can be seen in the form of Rupa Manjari. Now, Raghunath Das Goswami. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami at the end of every chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita says Rupa Raghunatha Pade. Among 6 Goswamis, mainly he's repeatedly offering obeisances. Of course, he's offering obeisances to all of them, but mainly to Rupa and Raghunatha. So, why Rupa Goswami, we understand, okay, so he's, like I said, Raghunath Das Goswami. So, Raghunath Das Goswami also must be somebody very dear to Radha and Krishna. And especially, what is the topic of Chaitanya Charitamrita? How many of you have read Chaitanya Charitamrita? Nobody has read Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Hare Krishna Prabhu read, but like not the complete.
No, read. Okay. How many of you have, what should I say then? If not read completely, then half read, started to read.
Prabhuji, I have read like it's 9 years back. I read it. Not started reading again.
You have read once.
Yes, I have read once.
Okay. So the topic of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So there are two very important scriptures with respect to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, there are many, but two most important are Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Bhagavat is actually is it's discusses or presents all the pastimes of the Lord across various ages like Balya, Pavanda, Yavana, etc. Chaitanya Charitamrita was written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami on the orders, you can say, of Raghunath Das Goswami. Or many Vaishnavas asked then Raghunath Das Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami actually heard Chaitanya Charitamrita from Raghunath Das Goswami, and then he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. The topic of Chaitanya Charitamrita actually is the mood of Radharani. That is the topic of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it's the topmost literature. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, at least the whole Antya Leela and specifically the fourth chapter of Adi Leela, just discusses about mode of Radharani mainly, which is manifested in the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is praying at the lotus feet of Raghunath Das Goswami, and he is heard from Raghunath Das Goswami, that means Raghunath Das Goswami must be a very important devotee in Krishna Leela. Raghunath Das Goswami in Krishna Leela is called Rati Manjari. She is also one of the Manjaris. She is called Rati Manjari. And by the way, who are the Manjaris? Who are the Manjaris?
Helpers to the Ashtasakis, servants.
Yeah. So helpers, maid servants of Srimati Radharani. So actually, they are the they take care of all the services. The Ashtasakis, um, they they do important, very important services to Radharani, and all the Manjaris actually assist all of them in Radha Krishna pastimes. And the devotees who have to work the hardest in that sense are the Manjaris. They are the last to sleep and the first to get up. Anybody here who wants to do it day in day out, last to sleep after serving everybody, after everybody sleeps, then we sleep, then we are the first to get up. And no cribbing, saying, oh no, these devotees are not serving, I'm only serving, so much of load on me, then no Goloka. Simple. I hear many devotees complaining, Prabhu, too much of service, others are not doing anything. Yeah, others will remain in the material world, you can go to Goloka if you want to. But otherwise, yeah, we can also crib and we can also be here only. Because actually Manjari's life, Manjaris are just signify sacrifice, complete sacrifice, meaning of course in Goloka there's nothing like sacrifice, but the epitome of service there. So Rati Manjari, Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari. Rati Manjari is Rati or love for Krishna. So she is the personification of Radharani's love for Krishna. So very, very significant. Rupa and Rati. That is why Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami are so dear to Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami and of course to all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, because if you want to enter into Madhurya Rasa, of course, see, for us we should understand when we say Madhurya, we should, of course we can. It's not like it's forbidden. So we can either desire to have an intimate relationship with Krishna like the gopis, or we can be Dasa 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 Dasa. Meaning we can just be the two modes in which one can serve Krishna in Madhurya Rasa in Goloka. One is with the intimate contact, the other is without intimate contact. And Manjaris belong to that class. They don't prefer or like intimate contact with Krishna. They just want to serve. That's all, right? And they want to see Radha and Krishna happy and all the gopis happy. That's all their goal is. Mm. So, if we want to get there, servant of servant of servant of servant of some Manjari, then actually Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami give us the mood and the scriptures. Actually, majorly Rupa Goswami, but Raghunath Das Goswami actually has written many books which at this point of time we are not qualified to read, but which can actually help us understand the various services that are out there, various services that one can do in Krishna Lila, serving Radha and Krishna. So Rati Manjari, Rati Manjari's major service, she takes care of the storehouse of Radharani. So mainly Radharani comes to Nanda Bhavan every day to cook for Krishna. Why? Because Durvasa Muni said, whoever is going to eat what is cooked by Radharani will be very healthy, will live long, etc., etc. Yashoda Mata heard that and she said, oh, then she should, then I want my Lala Krishna to live long and to be healthy. So Radharani should come and cook for him. And then Jatila, who's Radharani, was already at that time externally married. The mother-in-law Jatila was saying, no, no, but how can my daughter-in-law go to somebody else's house and do like this, etc., etc. Radharani also says, mm, um, many times we can't understand why Radharani is saying what she's saying. Of course, we can understand, but we cannot understand, Achintya. She's also saying, no, no, yeah, how can I go? How can I go to that, I don't know, that, some unknown person's house and cook every day. So she's also pushing back. And then Purnamasi comes and tells Jatila saying that, no, no, don't ever do this. If Radharani goes and does this cooking, then your son will become very prosperous. So anyway, so there are so many things. So Radharani goes every day to Nanda Bhavan to cook for Krishna. Now Rati Manjari does two things, two major seva. There will be many others also, but these two are specifically mentioned. So as Radharani walks from Yavat, which is her mother-in-law's place, to Nanda Bhavan, on the way, Rati Manjari ensures that the path on which Radharani walks is full of lotus petals. She spreads lotus petals, and this is not like I did this today. It'll be there till tomorrow, or somebody else will do that service tomorrow. No, every day, right? So she puts lotus petals throughout the path so that no stones or pebbles prick or trouble Srimati Radharani. And not only that, when Radharani comes to Nanda Bhavan to cook, Rati Manjari actually knows what is the menu, and she has to keep all the ingredients ready for the cooking. That is why she takes care of the storehouse of Radharani. And so like this, our acharyas are very, very dear. They do something so dear to Radha and Krishna, very, very intimate. So this Raghunath Das Goswami, um, so he was son of Govardhana Das, and his elder uncle was Hiranya Majumdar. Though they were very, very aristocratic, very aristocratic. Mm, they were treasurers, they were collecting taxes on behalf of the government of Bengal. And so a lot of money, they had a lot of money. And the good thing about this family was they were not really devotees, but they were favorable. They were favorable to Krishna consciousness. They were always serving saints, devotees, brahmanas, using their Lakshmi for propagating mm, devotional service. So it so happened that many devotees used to come to their house from the beginning. And Raghunath Das Goswami, mm, was Raghunath at that point of time was so fortunate that he actually got the association of all these great devotees from his very childhood. So some few devotees to name. One was Haridas Thakur. Mm, So Raghunath was so fortunate that he repeatedly got association with Haridas Thakur. He used to spend hours in the association of Haridas Thakur. How come Haridas Thakur? Okay, so there where they were living, the place was called Krishnapura. So there was a family priest of Govardhan Das. His name was Balaram Acharya. He was also devotee, and he was a very close friend or associate of Haridas Thakur. So every time Haridas Thakur used to come to Krishnapura, he used to stay. Balaram Acharya used to host him, serve him, etc. And Raghunath, because Balaram Acharya was their family priest, so he used to always go to Balaram Acharya's place and serve Haridas Thakur, hear from him, etc. from young age. And also there was one more devotee, Yadunandan Acharya, who was the family Kula Guru. So one was a priest, the other was a guru. Um, Yadunandana Acharya. So he was the Kulaguru of their family. Again, associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And of course, Raghunath also got the association of Sri Advaita Acharya. So he got the association of exalted Vaishnavas. From the beginning, he was, when devotees come to their home and Govardhan, it used to be just Kirtan, Katha, Prasadam, just like, ISKCON program. Mm. And Raghunath used to be very, very happy, to be engaged in devotional service. And from the very beginning, he was very, very detached to material life. He was very detached to material life. He has so much of opulence, but he didn't care. He had no interest. Mm. And of course, because he served and all these Vaishnavas very, very intimately, he got the mercy to actually connect with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and all that. So that is why always, whenever we get an opportunity to serve, we should serve. We should not sit. We should not sit and look around, saying that who will do this? Who will do? Nobody's there. Okay, I will do. Because I'm the one who's going to go to Goloka. Others can sit here, right? It's their choice. Because actually, the service attitude and in humility, we should always feel we are servants. We are nobody. We are worthless. We are here because we were not qualified to remain there. So we came here. Mm. So and especially serving senior Vaishnavas. Um, I mean, and I keep repeating this. If we don't identify devotees who are more advanced than us, serve them, inquire from them, we are not going to make progress in Krishna consciousness. Unfortunately, in Krishna consciousness, most people think that everybody is on the same platform. No, everybody is not on the same platform. Everybody is in different platforms. Of course, devotees who are more advanced don't go about saying I'm advanced. So deal with me with like this, like that. Well, they will, in their own humility, they will just treat everybody similarly. But we have to be cognizant about what is whose position, and then we have to accordingly actually serve them. And the more we serve advanced Vaishnavas and they are pleased by our service, automatically Krishna is pleased. Mm. So this can be seen in the life of Raghunath Das. And then subsequently, Raghunath Das, once actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes to Shantipur, to Advaita Acharya's home. And then actually, that was the trigger point. So actually, Raghunath Das gets an opportunity to take the remnants, Uchista of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, this is the advantage of serving Vaishnavas. Somehow we will get higher mercy. Uh, mm. So he got the remnants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also he got to personally serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 5 to 7 days, right? And it's said that that is when his love for Krishna woke up, awakened. So he comes back from Shantipur and then he becomes mad in love of Krishna. After that, just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, Uchista and association for 5 to 7 days. Of course, it was because of his, continuous mood of devotion that he got the opportunity to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mm. And then he became mad after Krishna consciousness and he wanted to just leave home all the time. He's always trying to get out. So his father was like very worried, seeing only son, if he goes away, then what? And so he had like some four or five guards, then multiple servants. Then there are two Brahmin cooks who were there to cook whatever Raghunath wants, etc., etc. Then parents think, okay, what can bind him? Let's get him married. Marriage binds every man, so let's bind him. So then they go find one of the most beautiful, girls of the time, and marry her. And she's, yeah, beautiful. Along with being beautiful, she had like she's repository of all good qualities. I mean, very, very good person, very good qualities, beauty, etc., etc. Very well qualified girl. But Raghunath Das had he had no interest at all in any of this. He said, "Our parents are asking me to get married. Okay, I'll get married." But then nothing changed. Nothing changed after marriage. And then he's repeatedly trying to run away, and then mm, his mother tells his father saying that why don't you bind him, mm, keep him bound up in a room or something. He says like what can bind him? Like a wife like an apsara is not able to bind him. What else can bind him? He's gone. He's sold to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in one sense, he knew that Raghunath Das is not going to remain. So then we all know Paniyati. So Raghunath Das gets the opportunity to get the association of Nityananda Prabhu and serve all the Vaishnavas there. Mm, Right, and after that service, he got mercy of Nityananda Prabhu because all the time he was trying to run away, go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but one cannot get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu unless we get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. And who is Nityananda Prabhu? Nityananda Prabhu is Guru. Guru is the representative of Nityananda Prabhu, or Balaram. So he served Nityananda Prabhu to his pleasure, um, and then he got the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, and then he gets an opportunity to run away from his home and go to Jagannath Puri to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter. And when he's able to do that, so many other things are there. I'm just in the interest of time, maybe in another 10 minutes, I want to wrap up. I'm just saying, speaking about some significant aspects. So when Raghunath Das Goswami goes to Jagannath Puri to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually gives him under the protection, guidance of Sri Swarup Damodar. So he's called Damodara Swarupa's Raghunath, Raghunatha of Swarup Damodar. Because there's also Raghunatha Bhatta, there's Raghunandan. So there are other people also, other devotees also with the same name. So he was called Swarupera Raghunath. Raghunatha of Swarupa Damodar. And Swarupa Damodar, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 devotees. Say half devotee, not very sure why it is, but so 3.5 devotees with whom he used to discuss very intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar, Shiki Mahiti, and his sister. Mm. Um, so Swarup Damodar was obviously, I mean, privy to all Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's moods and emotions. And because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always used, and Swarup Damodar used to sing so nicely, always to support Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood, whatever it is of that. Swarup Damodar always used to sing songs from various previous poets, acharyas, Bhagavatam, etc. So which was in line with the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So and he used to always be there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the time. He and Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai also because he was a grasta, he had to go home, etc. Rup Damodar was a sannyasi, so he always used to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, except for some brief time when he used to sleep. Mm. So Raghunath Das Goswami actually got the intimate association of Swarup Damodar used to serve him. So he understood everything about the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which was only reflecting mood of separation of Radharani from Krishna. Mm. So actually, then he continues to serve that way. Eventually, what happens? Of course, then Raghunath Das Goswami is known for his renunciation. Nobody can get any close to the renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami, and he's showing that somebody who had so much of opulence. Um, so when finally Raghunath Das Goswami runs away from his house and he comes to Jagannath Puri, his father finally comes to know that okay, he's there, and he realizes okay, he's not going to come back. So then he sends a lot of money and servants to help take care of Raghunath Das. And then Raghunath Das Goswami then for almost 2 years, Raghunath Das Goswami is repeatedly inviting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his place to serve prasadam for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was using the money that his father was giving. Now, just see the mood of Raghunath Das Goswami. Now, as we progress in bhakti, we should experience these things. So then after 2 years, Raghunath Das Goswami realized saying that, oh, this is not good because this money is, yeah, father is not a devotee. He's well-wisher of devotees, but he's not a devotee himself. So this money is also not good. It's not good money. So I should not use this money to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he stops. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his love for his devotees is so much that he knew. Um, so he didn't object, though he knew that Raghunath Das Goswami was using this money. He didn't object. For 2 years, he was continuously accepting the invitations of Raghunath Das Goswami. Then when Raghunath Das Goswami stops, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, good, he's making progress. Now he understands that we should not depend on his father's money. So then after that, he stops inviting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he starts standing in front of Simadwar in Jagannath temple and, waiting for alms. The servants of Jagannath, at the end of the day, after their service, they'll come and then they'll give something to whoever is, standing there begging alms. Raghunath Das Goswami does that. No, just see, I mean, so much of money he had, now he's standing and begging. Then he thought that no, this looks um, like a mood of a prostitute. I mean, waiting for those pandas or who are going and hoping that they're going to give something. Raghunath Das Goswami says, no, I don't want this. This is also not approved. Then again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears this. Raghunath Das has stopped begging at Simadwar. He says, okay, very good. He's making even further progress. Then Raghunath Das Goswami goes to charity. There are charity places like shops where some food will be given as charity. To whoever comes, they'll get free food. Hmm. So then he starts eating there. But then after a few days, he feels, no, this is also not good. I'm just going and just. So then he decides saying that whatever food is cleaned or leftover, not good food, not good rice, which is literally thrown away by the shopkeepers. And he started taking that and cleaning that, and that was his food. Somebody who had like, simply just movement of eyebrow, you can say, like everything would have been lined up. That person now finally thrown away rice, uh, clean that, and consume that. So he was such a epitome of renunciation. Because he never bothered about these things, and naturally, as because he was, his devotion was increasing day by day, he was getting cut off from all this, from this material attachments to food, to comfort, etc., etc. Obviously, he is who he is, right? But he's also showing by example. We should not say, "Oh, Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari, so he could do all this." No, but all our acharyas are showing by example. If you want to get there where Rati Manjari is, then we should also develop this detachment towards the material world, and that will happen only when their attachment to Krishna increases. Um, in fact, I mean, yeah, then so many pastimes happen. Then at the end, um, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu leaves this manifest world. He disappears. Then all the very dear associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one after the other, Sarup Damodar leaves. Everybody leaves. And Raghunath Das Goswami is so distraught. He decides saying that no, I'm going to just give up my body. I can't. The mood of separation was so much from these devotees. He said, no, I can't live. I can't just live. I'm going to die. So then he decided, okay, before I give up my body, let me go and take darshan of Rupa and Sanatana Goswamis, and then I will give up my body. Then he goes from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan. He goes to Vrindavan, and um, then he goes to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami and tells them, saying that I'm decided to give up my my life. Um, and Rupa Sanatana says no. They start treating him as his third brother. Third brother Anupama Vallabhai had already left the material world. So they started treating Raghunath Das Goswami as their third brother. And because he had so much, he had the opportunity to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Rupa Sanatana Goswamis were always away from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they took this opportunity to actually hear about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Raghunath Das Goswami. And what was Raghunath Das Goswami living on? Palm full of buttermilk. Just imagine one palm full of buttermilk to keep for the whole day. That's it. 1 lakh names of 1 lakh Harinam. And Haridas Thakur used to do 3 lakh. Raghunath Das Goswami used to do 1 lakh. Then he used to do 1,000 or 2,000. 1,000, I think, just once. Should not be saying wrong information. Yeah, 1,000. He used to offer 1,000 prostrated obeisances to Sri Radha Krishna. Sri Radha Krishna. 1,000 every day. This is every day. And 2,000 obeisances to Vaishnavas and holy places of Vrindavan. One palm full of buttermilk, 1 lakh Harinama, 1,000 prostrated obeisances to Radha Krishna, 2,000 obeisances to Vaishnavas and holy places. This is how he was, this was his schedule. In fact, he was so exalted that, he used to, Rupa and Sanatana Goswami then suggest him that he should sit on the banks of Radhakund and do his bhajana. And so he starts, of course, Radhakund then was not like this. In fact, Radhakund and Shamkund were renovated by Raghunath Das Goswami himself. So he was generally sitting there and doing bhajana. No bhajan kutir, nothing, no shelter. Once it so happens that he's sitting and doing his bhajan, and then it's so hot. And then Sanatan Goswami sees that there's one young girl who is, holding her veil, dupatta, on top of Raghunath Das' head, so that, he doesn't get exposed to the sun directly. Sanatana Goswami immediately realizes that it is none other than Srimati Radharani. Another instance happens when Raghunath Das is sitting and doing bhajana, he is absorbed completely, and um, there are two tigers who come near the Radha Kund to drink water, and Raghunath Das Goswami is oblivious. He has no idea that there are some tigers there or anything. Sanatana Goswami sees this and says, "No, no, no, Raghunath, you should not sit outside and do bhajana. Radharani herself is having to come to serve you. This is not good. We are not here to take service from Radha and Krishna." So, and then he builds a very humble bhajan kutir, and then from then on, Raghunath Das Goswami sits there. Now, of course, as we make progress in Krishna consciousness, we have to move from Vaidhi to Raganuga, and the mode of Raganuga is Manasa Seva, Seva in the mind. Externally, a pure devotee on that platform will be exactly like any other devotee. Nobody can make out that this devotee is actually on the Raganuga platform. They're not going to, not like Sahajiyas, like crying and rolling on the ground. No. So they'll just do Vaidhi Bhakti just like all devotees. But in the mind, they are actually doing Manasi Seva. So once what happens, uh, Raghunath Das Goswami in his Swarupa as Rati Manjari, so once he makes sweet rice, he does sweet rice, so that she does sweet rice. So and she does sweet rice and puts lot of almonds and very rich food, very rich, very nectarian sweet rice. And then, yeah, she offers it to Radha and Krishna, and Krishna is very, very pleased. And then Krishna tells Radharani, saying that I think we should make Rati Manjari also taste this nectarian sweet rice that she has prepared. And then Radha and Krishna, feed her more than what she can take. And then what happens? Raghunath Das Goswami is sitting in his samadhi, and he's engaged in the service, and in that samadhi he, as Rupa Rati Manjari, has eaten too much of very rich food. Now Raghunath Das Goswami's body in the material world is not used to eating such rich food, right? He's like living on buttermilk, like this kind of stuff. One who is not used to eating any rich food, if he eats rich food, then his stomach will get upset. So suddenly then Raghunath Das Goswami has his stomach upset, and then all the devotees are surprised. Raghunath Das Goswami doesn't eat at all. How is it possible that he can have a stomach upset? Then they call Vaidya. Vaidya basically means Ayurvedic doctor. There are no allopathy, homeopathy, this pati, that pati. Then Ayurvedic doctor. Uh, he comes and he checks the pulse, nadi, and then he says he's eaten very heavy food that he cannot digest. And everybody's like, how can he eat? He just takes palmful of buttermilk. Then Raghunath Das Goswami reveals to very dear devotees, mm, intimate devotees, about his this Leela pastime that happened and how Radha and Krishna made him to eat the Kshiranna. So like this, our devotees, our acharyas are all exalted. They're all exalted, and they're showing us by example how we should actually live life of bhakti. Of course, Raghunath Das Goswami was always in separation. Uh, he was always uh, so he was singing, Hey Radhe Vrajadevike Chalalite, Hey Nanda Suno Kuta. Say, Hey Radhe Vrajadevike, Vrajadevi, Radharani, Hey Lalita, hmm, Hey Nandasuna is Krishna. Kutaha, where are you? Hmm. So always used to be in the mood of separation from Radha and Krishna. So once Rupa Goswami, he sees that Raghunath Das Goswami is so distraught, he's so much suffering in separation. Then by that time, Rupa Goswami has written a drama play called Lalita Madhava. So he gives Rupa Goswami, it was all like written on palm leaves or whatever, right? Raghunath Das Goswami starts reading it, and again, this Lalita Madhava also has separation from, Krishna goes away from Vrindavan, etc. So it's extremely painful, very, very painful. And actually, this is one literature which actually goes into a lot of detail about that separation, and so feelings are very, very intense. So Raghunath Das Goswami is actually mood worsens, so he's literally, I mean, all that time, like torrents of tears flowing from his ear, from his eyes. And it started, smudging the writing because it was, written right on palm leaves. And Rupa Goswami was concerned, saying that, if this is, then the whole book will get, this one. So then he was also concerned about the mood of, always he's in distress. He wanted to lighten him up. He wanted to give him some happiness. So then what Rupa Goswami does, he writes one more called Dana Keli Chintamani. Dana Keli Kaumudi or Dana Keli Chintamani, one of those, I can't remember. So which was about this tax collection Leela. Very, very nectarian, full of humor, and, very happy pastime. Very happy pastime where Radha and Krishna are together and all the Sakhis are there, and beautiful conversations. Uh, Always conversation between Krishna and Gopis always double meaning. So they'll say something, but there's something else. Sanskrit, right? So very, very nectarian pastimes. And then Raghunath Das Goswami starts reading that, and then he's like so happy, and then he's laughing all the time. So like this, lot of beautiful pastimes, and our acharyas have shown by their example how actually if we live a life of bhakti like that, then we will get there. We can get there among them, mm, you know, serving one of them. Uh, Maybe you can start thinking, saying that, hey, can I be one of those servants who can put those lotus petals on the pathway as Radharani walks towards Nanda Bhavan? And um, Raghunath Das Goswami has written a book, Vilapa Kusumanjali. So he is hundreds of services. He's listed them, hundreds of services that are out there to be done. Of course, there are innumerable, but he's written names of details of some of the services that we can actually do. But actually, see, we some of them are very intimate, etc. We might not be able to appreciate these things at this point of time. But the whole point is that when we hear about our great acharyas, we should follow their instructions, what they've given. Raghunath Das Goswami always used to be so strict about following rules and regulations, so much of austerity. I mean, today But bhakti is like we're becoming like bogies. We're literally trying to enjoy devotion. Um, just imagine one palm full of buttermilk and how 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 we honor prasadam. Of course, okay, it's not wrong to do that, but we should understand that our mood should be to serve Radha and Krishna. Then we will give, we are all very intelligent. Then we'll say even honoring prasadam is serving Krishna and Radha. Yeah, but Prabhupada said honor prasadam, but at the same time do so much service. Bhima karma vrukodaraha. If you're honoring Lord of Krishna prasadam, very good. It's purifying us. The result of that purification should be that we are doing lots of service. If we are not, if our body is not physically fit to be doing lots of service, then we should not eat so much. Otherwise, we'll just develop unnecessary, fat on the body and then subsequent health problems and this and that and all that. So this they are teaching, right? And complete surrender, complete detachment from material world, always in this mood of service, right? So these things we should get inspired by hearing about these glorious acharyas, and we should always, we should always desire saying, can I one day, serve um, serve them in some way while they are engaged in serving Radha and Krishna. Mm. So you asked for some pastime. I cannot think of any pastime which doesn't have deep connection with the way we do sadhana bhakti. Right. So I was thinking then yesterday, Krishna inspired me to I was giving Chaitanya Charitamrita class. Then immediately uh, I started speaking about Raghunatha Das Goswami. So I thought I'll continue the same thing today. So hopefully it's inspired all of us uh, to raise the bar on our bhakti and desire to get there, which is real bliss. Just imagine the happiness that servitor, the devotee will get when she only there, but here he or she putting lotus petals on the pathway, and as Radharani is walking comfortably, happily, without any disturbance, without any trouble, how much happiness devotee would experience. It's a very small service, but it's a very, very important service. Like this, we should develop that mood. We should not want to become big. Big means fall. Big means we will fall. Right? It's always good to be small. Good to be small, but service-wise big. But we are nobody. We should remain nobody. We should be at the end of all the gathering, right? And we should keep looking for opportunities to serve. And this is how we are going to go there. Otherwise, we cannot go. Okay, so I'll stop there. If anybody has any questions, comments, you want to, yeah, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I haven't read much about Goswamis. I have heard through a couple of lectures only. Wanted to understand, is all six Goswamis Manjaris or only Rupa and
Yeah,
Raghunath Goswami
all are Manjaris.
or
Not
all
just
are?
Goswamis. Even, yeah, most of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, okay, let me explain this way. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates were either Sakhis or Manjaris. Direct, who ended up serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly, like all the Goswamis, Krishnadas, Kaviraj Goswami, etc. Nityananda Prabhu, dear associates were all Gopas. And of course, then there are also a few like Rama Bhakta, like Narada Muni, like this. But apart from that, so there is a book called Gaura Ganodesha Deepika. Gaura Ganodesha Deepika. And Krishna Ganodesha Deepika. So these two books, they're very small books, like 30 pages, like that. So they given the who or who's who in Gaur Leela and Krishna Leela. So who was, they name a devotee in Gaur Leela and say who that person is in Krishna Leela. So yeah, everybody were there, right? Like Pundarika Vidyanidhi was Vrishabhanu. So like this, various people from Krishna Leela participated, but those who are very, very did significant, very critical, important services In the movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were Manjaris. And with Nityananda Prabhu was Gopas.
Understood, Prabhu.
Yeah, we have to first finish reading Prabhupada's books. Then we can go into all this. I'm giving you chocolate, or what should you say? Some inspiration to read and finish Prabhupada's books. Yeah, anything else?
Prabhuji, you were mentioning, are you taking some Chaitanya Charitamrita class also?
That's Kannada, not English.
Okay.
English, this is the only thing, Mataji. I am not taking
Possibility
any
we can
many.
start a reading session.
Yeah, we will be a reading session.
Sorry.
Okay. Reading session we will have to see, because see, actually Chaitanya Charitamrita is more deeper than Bhagavatam.
Once or twice a week.
Sorry, am I audible?
Yeah. What were you saying?
No, I said, see, Chaitanya Charitamrita actually is more technical than Bhagavatam. So
Yes.
simple reading session, I don't know how much it's going to help. It'll have to be like the in-depth study like that we are doing, like Bhagavatam that we are doing. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, otherwise we can just read that. Yeah, that actually, in fact, every evening they're doing Bhagavatam. So maybe once they finish Bhagavatam, they can do Chaitanya Charitamrita. Right? Our team of devotees here. But without doing Bhagavatam, there's no point in reading Chaitanya Charitamrita because we can't understand anything. And by doing reading general, like reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita is very difficult to understand. It's all very deep tattva. Especially, actually, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is deep tattva. And then finally, the Antyalila we can't understand. So then we will be like, yeah, I mean, Chaitanya Charitamrita requires effort. It's PhD, postgraduate study. It's not very simple. But Chaitanya Bhagavat can be read, right? Like pastimes.
Yes. That is a small book, no? The compiled one.
No. Chaitanya Bhagavat, there are what, 8 volumes, 7, 8 volumes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
with
have
Sri
read that
Vishwanath.
compiled volume, one book, Chaitanya
Okay.
Bhagavat. I got it.
No, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's verse to verse commentary is there. It's a many volume, multi-volume book. But that's okay. That's just Leela can be read. But this one, I mean, literally, I'm giving these classes, and many a times, sentences just get stuck. So many things which Prabhupada has written in the purports which have not been discussed in any other book. So it's very difficult. So I would say that once we finish Bhagavatam thoroughly, the way we are studying, then we will study. Reading you can always do. You can do as in, but reading by itself will not be helpful as far as I understand the depth of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So actually recommended is Bhagavatam, then do Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, at least the first 18 chapters, study, then study Chaitanya Charitamrita, because without understanding the mood of bhakti or technical aspects of bhakti, various things in Chaitanya Charitamrita cannot be understood.
Right.
So it requires little bit preparation and work.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay. So I'll close here. So we will possibly, Krishna willing, meet again next Thursday. So till then, I hope and pray that all of you can remain as Krishna conscious as possible, and also pray for me that I can remain Krishna conscious for the next few days, because I'm not going on a, on a yatra. I'm going on some family work. I'm taking my mother to doctor, etc. So high chances that I can get pulled into material consciousness. So I pray that all of you pray for me. I pray that all of you pray for me. That I can remain as Krishna conscious as possible, and then we will hopefully restart our sessions from next Thursday. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.